When you go to apply for a restaurant, it's important to double check and have that person make sure that they're hiring, because if you walk in and order in to go and get a job at a place that probably isn't hiring, then it's kind of weird to just walk in like that, and it can be kind of embarrassing too. But it's okay if it happens, because then you learn a lesson to have the person double check before they actually tell you that they're hiring or not. Before we start this video, I like to apologize for the background noise. That's my dog Dingus. I'll do a furry friend tag with her one day. And then also there's some construction going on and there's some piano music playing, so that's what all that noise is. So there's like 3 different things going on, so I'm terribly sorry about that. Anyway, hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day of the week for on. Today in this video, I have a Knit With Me story time. As you can see, I'm knitting a project right here. And today's Knit With Me story time is going to be the time I walked into a restaurant thinking they were hiring, but only to find out they actually weren't. And I felt kind of weird walking in there thinking they were hiring. And I had just walked down there, and I was kind of like embarrassed because I thought this was super awkward for me to just walk into a restaurant only to find out they weren't hiring. So this is a story about how this person I talked to accidentally told me they were hiring, because I guess they just weren't sure if they were hiring or not, but they told me they were hiring, so I went down to go apply only to find out they weren't hiring. So this is a story just to teach you guys, when you go to apply for a job somewhere, it's okay to call to see if places are hiring, but you should have them double check and make sure they're actually hiring before you walk in to drop off a job application, because it can seem kind of a little bit weird and weird to just walk in. But it's okay. I mean, sometimes you get confused because sometimes not everybody's sure of things. So if you ask somebody if they're hiring, have them double check with the manager to make sure that they're hiring before you walk in to drop off a job application. Because if you just walk in to drop off a job application, if they're not hiring, it's kind of a little bit weird. So always just be prepared just in case. So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So this all started yesterday afternoon. I went job hunting because I needed to look for a job, and I called this one restaurant I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant just for safety purposes, and I called them, and when I talked to the employee on the phone, or the host or whoever it was, they had told me that they were hiring, because I wanted to call and double check to see if they were hiring, because I was looking for a job, because I'm actually out of work right now temporarily. So I called the place to see if they're hiring, and they said, oh yeah, we're hiring. So it was kind of hard to tell if they were sure they were hiring or if they were just guessing. So I wasn't very sure. To me, they sounded kind of sure that they were hiring. So I decided to go down and drop off a job application. So I didn't have time to go drop it because I didn't have time to go all last week. I decided to go yesterday. So I went yesterday. So I go down to the restaurant that I go to apply for, and I walk in, and I have my resume in all in a folder and ready to go. And I walk in, and the manager is there, and she goes, "Hi, can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I came to apply for a job here because somebody, I called to see if you guys were hiring, and somebody told me you guys were hiring." And the manager says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're not hiring." And I'm like, what? And I was a little confused because the person that I talked to on the phone said they were hiring, but then I remembered that they had accidentally said they were hiring because I guess they were just guessing they were hiring. So I felt a little bit weird walking into the restaurant thinking that they were hiring, and I was like very apologetic to this manager and stuff, and she was so nice about it, and she said that's okay. Unfortunately we are not hiring right now, blah 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 blah. and she was very nice. And also, she had told me, and she had thanked me for coming by and everything, just in case. And she just explained in a nice way that they weren't hiring because they had a lot of people. So at first I felt kind of awkward just being in the restaurant ready to drop off my application. And I told her I was really sorry for walking in, but she was so nice about it. And she told me in case they told me it's okay, but just in case they'll have like a sign or something to let me know if they're hiring. So I walk out of the restaurant and leave, and then I end up calling, and I felt still kind of awkward walking into that restaurant, but luckily the manager was really nice and stuff. So luckily I ended up calling a different restaurant, and I dropped off my application at this next restaurant that I had called, and I was really happy that I was able to find somewhere else to apply for a job, because the place I had gone to accidentally told me they were hiring when they actually weren't. So the moral of the story is, if you're looking for a job and you call a place to see, it's okay to call a place to see if they're hiring, but you have to have the employee actually be sure that they're hiring, so you don't accidentally walk into a restaurant and thinking that they're hiring. And it's just important to have them double check before they tell you that they're hiring. I get it, some places don't always know for sure, but you can always leave your contact information, or you could just like call them and just let them know, ask them if they are hiring for sure, because some people aren't always sure and stuff. So you should always make sure you're talking to like a manager or something, just to make sure that they're hiring or not, before you just walk down there to drop off a job application, only to find out they're not hiring. And so it's just important to double check, have the employee double check. So that was a story about how I went to go drop off a job application at a restaurant that wasn't hiring by accident. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day of the week for a while, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel.